What's going on, Mama? What do you want to ask me about?
I'm stuck between asking you about my grandma and my careers.
Ask me about your career first.
So I'm struggling a lot with my career. I thought I was gonna end up in education, and it's my job is really bad. So I'm kind of lost when it comes
Yeah.
to my career.
I am still seeing you in education, but I'm seeing you in the administrative side of education. So not necessarily education in a traditional sense. So when I think of education, automatically the first thought you have is like a teacher, but I'm thinking
Yeah.
more administrative like stuff. Are you currently working in education?
Yeah, I was a primary. I taught second grade, and now I'm doing early head start, and I don't like it.
I don't think you're gonna stay with them. Where were you before this school?
I was still with my same company, but it closed down because we didn't have enough kids. I love the company I work for. They're the
Yeah,
highest paying company in LA.
yeah.
My goal was to actually wait till May hits and see what other positions open up with the company.
So I don't think that you're going to be in the current like location. What I think is going to
Okay.
happen is I think you're still going to be with the same company, but not with the same location. I feel like you're going to find something with the same company, but it feels like it's tied to some of what you were doing before. So there's almost like a similarity to what you were doing before. Not the one that closed down because that's already closed, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a similar program. So it feels like there's something similar to that, but it doesn't even feel like it's on the teaching side, working directly with kids. It almost feels like it's on a coordinator or kind of like supervisor type of role where what you would do is you would be helping to train some of the newer individuals coming in and kind of getting them up to speed with the system that y'all have to use. There's something like that I'm seeing more of. I
Okay.
could only see you doing that for maybe a couple of years, and then I see you leaving that and then actually going to work for a different company. I almost want to say after that you go and you work for like a state or city-based district.
Do you know when that new position? Because I'm to the point where I want to quit, but I'm trying
The
to
new
save
one,
up for May.
yeah, the one that I think you're gonna get next, you'll find that one in May or June. So I don't think it's gonna take
Okay.
very long. You'll already either you'll hear about it or you'll already know something's going on in April. Part of that is because in your company, same company, there's either a change in ownership or there's change in someone coming in that's kind of coming in at the top, and they're kind of making some changes. Period. When that ends up occurring, like I said, April or May, you may start hearing something through the grapevine, and then you'll just have to apply for it once it comes up. You do that for a couple of years, and then you go to this other district.
Company. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then for my grandma,
She's showing me tomatoes, which is interesting. Does she know how to cook?
yes.
Did she like to make chile or does she like chile?
Yes.
Okay, she's like straight up making like chile, and I was like, oh,
Salsa?
because I was seeing tomatoes. Did she know how to make it with the molcajete?
I think she did at one point, yeah.
Okay, because she's like she's showing me the idea of the molcajete, but she's also talking about the other one where it's like super super finely like blended, and sometimes like you put the avocado in it or you put the like
The
it's
chile
almost
verde?
yeah there you go the
Okay.
chile verde, but it's like the smoother one that has it's a bit more smoother. So she's showing me that. She also talks about thank you she's making me hungry because I'm seeing menudo too. Um,
She's
did she ever work at a restaurant or did she ever work at a place like that?
no.
There's a place back in the hood where I used to live where it was a taqueria. It was a carniceria. Some of the carnicerias, they have like the food that's already pre-made. So you go and you get your taquitos and everything like that. Like that's what she's showing me, which is why I'm asking, did she ever work anyway?
Mm-mm. Not
I
in the
feel
food
like,
industry.
I feel like, no, I feel like at some point she did
I mean, the
spend time.
the salsas she would make all the time, and I know my aunt B, like they would go and they would take the salsas or make it together. But like, I mean, she was big with food. Like her thing was food.
So I had cousins who at one point, the sisters, there was a bunch of sisters, they all got together because they wanted to open their own restaurant. They did, but it was for like a little bit. She showed me that memory. Do you know the sisters had wanted to get together at one point to sell her food or to open up a restaurant?
I don't think so, but I can ask.
Okay, because she's showing me that, Sophia. She's showing me like when someone works or ends up spending time working behind the counter, but it's at like a restaurant or like a place like that. She's also bringing up the name Sophia. So there's something there. Do you know there's a connection to the family with the name Sophia?
No.
That's okay. She's showing me the name Sophia, and so she's making reference to that, and she's bringing up the idea of the memory of when I had the sisters, and more they were my cousins, but sisters that were trying to get together and open up a restaurant. So she's making reference to something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can ask.
She's also shown me the three of them. Are there three sisters?
She has tons of sisters and brothers. She was like one of those typical Hispanics at that time who had like 12, 13 brothers and sisters.
Not her sisters, your mom.
My mom, oh, my aunt is actually Freddie Freeman's cookie lady from the Dodgers. Are you talking about that? That could be who you're talking about because my aunt actually is a cookie lady for Freddie Freeman. She's the one in the kitchen baking all the time.
But she's alive, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And that's her daughter?
Yes. So my
Okay.
grandma only had two daughters and one son.
Okay, ask her. There would be three of them that would have been in part of the restaurant, and that the might have had an idea about wanting to open something, and your grandma would have been involved with making the stuff or like setting it up. So ask her because I
Okay.
feel like this was an old idea. I don't think they ever did it, but I feel like it's the idea of wanting to do that. She might have even helped her at some point where there was a catering thing or something that she was having to do. Ask her because I'm curious what she'll tell you.
Okay. Does she have anything to tell me personally?
Yeah, she's putting a ring on your finger. Usually, whenever I see a ring on the finger, it usually means whenever there's a wedding or there's a marriage coming. Now, I don't know if she's referring to that with you or she's talking about preparation for a wedding, but she's acknowledging that.
Well, I just got married. She did meet him. We've been engaged for like 21 years and we just recently got married.
She knows that you just got married, and she says congratulations, and she's happy for you.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mama. Well,
Okay.
find out what you can find out because I want to know if you can find out, and let me know because I'm curious about that.
Okay. I will.
All right,
Thank you so much,
you're
Fernie.
welcome. You take care,
Okay.
sweetheart.
You too.